I cycle for Commute here in Singapore, and I often get questions around, isn't it hot? Isn't it unsafe? What are the benefits? Why don't you just buy a car or take a bus? And I thought that in this video, it would be a good idea to share a little bit more about why I choose to cycle for Commute in Singapore. I don't do it all the time, especially if I have to go somewhere far away, then it makes sense to take the MRT instead or bus. But I feel that for shorter distances, maybe under 5 kilometers, that's when I would try to cycle if the weather conditions and my energy levels are right as well. I've always loved cycling since I was young. I recall many good memories about my father teaching me how to ride a bicycle and taking me to East Coast Park to cycle. And I felt that cycling for Commute would be something that is fun and interesting to pick up, but I simply didn't do so until 2020 when my friend Rui Ming passed me a bike that he no longer wanted to use. And I took it out for a spin because back then it was during the COVID-19 period. I felt that if I just stayed at home all the time and I was living alone, then I wouldn't be very happy because my mind would be filled with negative thoughts. So I thought, why not just take this bike out, see what is out there, and eventually it became my form of transport here in Singapore. So the previous bike that my friend lent to me is now back with him. And for this current one, I bought it in 2023. Back then, I just returned from my training in London. And I thought, why not just get myself a bicycle as a reward? And since then, I've been using this. I initially wanted to get red instead of dark blue, but I was worried that red would attract thieves because it would be too outstanding. And I'm also cautious about the fact that for red bicycles, and I'm also aware of the fact that for red bicycles, it's much harder to match my outfit with it. So dark blue it is, and I really like my bicycle so far. There are several benefits of cycling in Singapore. The first would be your physical and mental health. When it comes to cycling, there are a lot of physical benefits. You will be able to have better joint mobility, stronger leg muscles, and it also gets your heart rate up, so it's a form of cardio. I find that it's a great life hack to be able to commute and exercise at the same time, because that way you can kill two birds with one stone. And for me, I cycle about 3 to 4 times per week. That's really a good complement to my fitness routine of going to the gym and running. In terms of mental health, there are tons of benefits as well. I feel that when I have a bad day and there's a problem that I'm thinking about, or I'm starting to look at a situation really negatively, cycling can be useful because the moment I get on my bike, go to the park, around the neighborhood, or perhaps travel to somewhere to meet a friend, it really takes my mind off things. I don't have to worry about a problem anymore or a situation that I cannot change because my mind will be so focused on the road, the people that I see, the scenery, the plants. And there's this study also I found which shows that cycling does have actual mental health benefits when it comes to reducing risks for depression or the medication required. Besides physical and mental health, cycling has also been incredibly helpful for me when it comes to saving money because it's basically free. You don't have to pay any fees to take the transport, to maintain it. Of course, maintenance is still required. Sometimes I have to pump the wheels. And besides that, it's also an activity that doesn't hurt the earth. In fact, I would feel that it's one of the most eco-friendly ways to get around. By the way, if this is the first time you are seeing me, hello, my name is Geraldine Pia. I discuss topics relevant to working professionals here in Singapore. If you are enjoying this video so far, do give it a thumbs up. And you can also subscribe to my channel to stay updated on topics like this. Now that I've covered the benefits of cycling here in Singapore, I feel that it's good to also talk about the things that you should look out for. I guess the first thing that is on many people's minds is actually the heat, because Singapore, we are a tropical country and it can get really hot on some days and sweaty. For me, what I do is that I tend to avoid cycling during midday in the afternoon where the sun is the hottest. And whenever the sun is up and I'm cycling, I definitely put sun protection on myself, and you have to reapply it every 2 hours to ensure that the protection is still there. I feel that it's also worth to invest in long sleeve shirt like what I'm wearing now. Now it's evening, so I'm just wearing a regular long sleeve. But if it's midday, mid-afternoon, sometimes I would also wear a UV protection jacket, which is one that I got from Uniqlo. In addition to that, I also take sunscreen tablets. There is this one that I recommended in my previous video, which you can eat as a supplement for protection against the sun. But of course, sunscreen is still the main thing and the main one that you should be applying on yourself to protect yourself. The second concern that prevents many from picking up cycling is, of course, this worry about safety. And definitely, I think that when I first started to cycle, my friends and family were also quite concerned about it. So how do you ensure that you are safe? Number one, as a cyclist who is just using a regular city bike, I tend to cycle on the pavement. Of course, as of the new laws on 1st July, we have to be mindful not to cycle on the lanes which are pedestrian-only lanes. But otherwise, just regular pavement without that kind of restrictions is okay as well. Only if I really have to, then I will go on the road. Another thing to take note of is that for the back of your bicycle, you need to have a light, and that would ensure that at night, the cars or whoever will be able to see you, so you don't end up damaging, don't end up hurting someone or being hurt by someone as well. Something else that I've also promised myself to do is that I never J-cycle or J-cycle, yeah. And that means to say cycle across the road when it's not the green man. And I also am quite mindful when it comes to earpieces. I don't wear any headphones or earpieces when I'm cycling because I want my 5 senses to be focused on the road, the people around me, and that's really, to me, being responsible towards others and myself as well. And I guess the basics, like for example, not speeding, is really key also. We have to be mindful that there are many elderly in Singapore, and sometimes when we knock them, they might take very long to recover, and that could really set them back significantly. So as cyclists, when we are able-bodied, we are responsible to ensure the safety of not just ourselves, but also those around us. Oh, I forgot one more tip. Try to wear bright colors. I never really wear navy or black unless it's during the daytime when the sun is super bright. I'm always wearing a bright color so that the cars will be able to see me easily. If you felt that this video was helpful for you or interesting, do give it a thumbs up. And if you have any further questions about cycling for commute here in Singapore, you can let me know in the comments section as well. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye!